invasion, they've planted the movement's white banner.
Commander is waiting for us there.
The interview will need to be short.
These aren't good conditions for an interview. Usually, we stay in the mountains. We came down specifically for you, but normally we don't sit like this in the open.
These fighters moved into the region just a few days ago. The extremist insurgency is gaining ground throughout the country and multiplying attacks, especially outside large cities.
We're expecting even more reinforcements. Yesterday, 2 other units came to this province. We are surrounding Herat province and are awaiting orders. If we are told to capture this city, then we will capture the city. When we take a village, we sleep in the mosque. We don't bother people in their homes. But the first thing we do is close down the government-run schools. We destroy them and sack all the teachers and staff. Instead, we put in place our own religious schools, which follow our own curriculum, in order to train future Taliban.
After the interview, the Taliban allowed us to film a village under their control. Their goal, to convince us that the movement is not just a military force, but a credible alternative to the official government. For us, it will be a rare window into this parallel state, which could, if the Taliban come back to power, foretell the future of Afghanistan.
Go ahead, continue reporting. But if we spot any government vehicles coming into the village, whether you're there or not, we will attack. Enough talking. There are often drones flying around here. We can't stay any longer.
Throughout Afghanistan, the fight rages between government forces and the Taliban, whose brutal regime was toppled in 2001 by an international military coalition. The fundamentalist guerrilla force is collecting victories. As foreign troops withdraw from the country, the drained Afghan army seems unable to contain their advances. Today, the Taliban control or contest more than half of the country. They rule over vast swathes of land, mostly in the countryside, areas that haven't benefited from the more than $150 billion injected by the international community for development projects. Many funds were diverted by the elite and redirected towards the cities. Emblems of modernity for some, symbols of debauchery for others, they are the last bastion of the Afghan state against the insurgents. Havens of freedom where citizens can enjoy pleasures forbidden under Taliban rule, like trendy barbershops, long walks among girlfriends, dancing at weddings, or launching a kite into the sky. But the rebels are at the gates of even the country's largest cities. And if the negotiations with the government conclude in a power-sharing agreement, the Taliban could reach their objective, the reinstatement of an ultra-conservative Islamist regime. Less than 2 hours from the capital, Kabul, we enter the valley of Omar Khail. Again, fighters have been sent to escort us. Officially, they're tasked with ensuring our safety, but in reality, they're here to keep an eye on us during the entire shoot. In the village, we meet Najibullah Siddiqui, a respected figure in the region. He's one of the rare people who agreed to welcome us in their home. 2 decades of troubled foreign presence have fueled people's mistrust of Westerners. In the garden, his 10-year-old daughter, Zainab, is busy at the well. The house has no running water. The family has always lived in this village, which the Taliban overran 12 years ago.
In the mornings, I pump water and I do some chores around the house, and then I go to school.
That's why. It is.
I want her to study her lessons as soon as she wakes up. Leave this, I'll handle it. You go and study hard at school, okay, Zainab? If you're good, I'll buy you toys and books and crayons.
Here, there's no government-run school, only a school for boys, which teaches the Taliban curriculum. As for girls, a couple of neighbors have taken it upon themselves to host a classroom in this house, in front of which armed men are patrolling. As they hope to negotiate a power-sharing deal with the Afghan government, the Taliban leadership is promising to let girls study until the end of elementary school. A way of reassuring the international community. In this improvised single classroom school, girls of all ages are taught religion. In front of the camera, the teacher can't show her face. She translates the Quran from Arabic into Pashto, the language spoken in Wardak.
In the Quran, there are many words to describe God, to say how powerful He is. And you can pray at home, in the street, anywhere.
Islam is the main subject here.
In how many years was the Quran brought to the earth?
In 23 years.
And who is it revealed to?
To Prophet Muhammad.
And who brought the Quran to the Prophet?
Gabriel, peace be upon him.
We need a real religious school. Help us build one. I've memorized the entire Quran and have many students. They're smart and they are dedicated. My religion class lasts for 4 hours per day. As for the Taliban, they don't cause us any problems. The girls come to get an education and I am at their service. Religion class is over, girls. The math teacher is on his way.
Hello. Welcome, everyone. How are you? Have you done your homework?
A man who teaches maths to a classroom full of girls, a surprising scene in Taliban country.
I'm going to write some math problems on the board, and one by one you'll try to solve them. Okay, here's one. 8 times 3 equals... We can find out by using this method. And then you multiply. Here, 12 by 5 equals... We're going to use both methods we've learned. Now we multiply 5 by 2. Do you get it? People say many bad things about the Taliban, but they're wrong. They let both boys and girls go to school because it will benefit the next generations. Until now, our generations have been deprived of an education because of the war. If girls learn maths and science, they can become engineers, economists, or teachers.
In fact, there's little chance that Zainab and her classmates will ever make it to college. Nearly 80% of Afghan women are illiterate. And in Taliban areas, the rare women with university diplomas often come from larger, government-controlled cities and are employed in the health sector. Like here at the clinic, behind this curtain, the waiting space for female patients. The Taliban have ever so slightly relaxed their policies on women's health.
Are you ill? Come and have a seat.
Sorha Siddiqat regularly comes here from Kabul and receives patients from all around the valley. 20 years ago, the Taliban would have forbidden her to practice or even study medicine. Today, she heals the wounds and souls of the fighters' wives.
I've lost my appetite. I haven't eaten in 2 days.
Do you have problems at home?
Yes, I do have some problems at home.
What kind of problems? Are you having trouble conceiving a child?
I had a baby, but he died.
Oh, I understand.
You will not say it's your fault that you killed the baby because you didn't take good care of it.
All Afghan women have psychological problems. Not just here. Women don't really go outside much. They don't even hang out amongst each other anymore. In this district in particular, it is true that women have a very difficult life. They're always covered. They don't have any distractions. Does this hurt?
Yes.
What about this?
Yes, it hurts up to here.
Sorha Siddiqat is one of the rare women who commutes between Kabul and Omar Khail. On the way, neither the Afghan army nor the Taliban stop her. A tacit understanding between the two enemies allows a safe